Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday, and welcome to another episode of Tea and Coffee with Paula and
the bald-faced Jay. I'm still here. Good morning, everybody. A little tired, but we're here with you this morning. I missed you yesterday, but we were on the road and still recovering from that, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to be getting, I think us and many other people are going to be resting, fingers crossed, for a little bit in October, and then it'll probably start all again once we get our referendum. But yeah, we're tired. There's lots of energy being consumed over the course of this summer. But again, Alberta's well worth it.
We're taking a small hiatus for the rest of August, just for that. But yeah, September's fully booked now. October's fully booked now, and it's going to be go. But we'll continue to bring the show to you, bring some guests to you, and have a nice good morning with you all with our tea and coffee.
Yeah, we may be not as consistent as before. Enjoy some longer days, some days off here and there. But again, busy, making every day count as we can as we lead up towards October 19th.
Now, who's excited for it?
I think lots of people are. I am. I know I am. I'm very excited because on so many levels, I'm looking forward to seeing the turnout. I'm looking forward to seeing, showing people that just the numbers that signed for the petition are nowhere near the number of people that are going to come out to vote.
I think you're correct. I think there's going to be a lot of surprises, kind of like Brexit or Trump in 2016.
Yeah.
What do you mean the polls were wrong?
Yeah. No, I'm really excited about that because I think it's going to show our fellow Albertans, our provincial government, and our federal government. No, Albertans are taking this very seriously. This isn't a fringe minority. This isn't just a group of 51st staters in any way, shape, or form. So I'm very excited to continue this conversation come third week in October.
And on the Martin home front, things are looking good. I saw the chickens are all still alive, which is nice. And but we had some excitement with one of the dogs, at least this morning. Got me up bright and early. I thought it was tearing open a garbage bag. That's what it sounded like, but they don't have access to our garbage bag.
No, I think because I went out to go check what it was. One of the
That's right, folks. I sent her to go check what the noise with the animals were.
Yeah, I am the spider killer in this house, and I am the one who go investigate. So I go ahead and do that. No,
just to be fair, it wasn't out of fear. It was just who has more clothes on and closer to the door. And that was you.
To the door. It's true. But no, I think what had happened was a piece of insulation had fallen down and it was blocking the food and the water for the dogs. So I think it was Charlie. So whenever he wanted to go, he steps on it. He doesn't like it. He hears a sound and he's messing then around with it. He's trying to get past it because after I cleared it, there wasn't any sound again.
Correct. Like whatever you did out there, it worked because I wasn't there. But then he, I don't know, maybe found another critter outside to chase around.
There was something that triggered the dogs last night, and then I think Cece ended up, okay, I'm not pursuing this. I'm going to go back to bed. But Charlie was like, no, I hear you. I may see you, and I'm going to bark at you. So good boy.
So in my early morning mindset, I'm like, Cease's going through our garbage. Is that what that sound was? Is Charlie trying to get rid of Cease's? Well, a little bit of that, but I'm like, no, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to try to go to sleep.
Try and go to sleep, yeah. But yeah, you eventually fell asleep, but it was, so quite the interruption at some point this morning. So we're tuckered.
At least it wasn't a bunch of cars or construction or those other sounds that got us in Calgary. Yeah, kudos to anybody that lives in the city. We used to. I used to live like right downtown Toronto.
Yeah, you did.
Beverly Street, right by the Much Music Building. You can't get more downtown Canada than that. But no, I'm definitely used to having the silent nights now.
Yeah, I like this. When the dogs bark, psychologically, I know it's for something, and then there's silence, and I can go back to sleep because that's my interruption, and I'm expecting it. I'm used to it. But yeah, going back and you hear like the house creaking, and then the construction starting early in the morning. I'm like, no, I don't miss those sounds. Those are the sounds I don't miss.
What also you don't miss is my beard. So a lot of comments from people. 10 years younger, Jason looks good. Men and women both are making those comments. So what do you say? We're going to keep it off for a bit?
It's up to you to maintain, but I keep saying this is the face I married, so I'm used to the beard. But I if you can make an appearance every couple of times a year, that'd be great.
If I can make an appearance, yeah, okay, we'll keep that going for a little bit longer. I do like it in the winter because it's cold. My face gets cold.
us non-bearders, our face gets cold too, but you live.
I've thought about not living and not about other people. My face gets cold.
Your face gets cold. But anyway, no, it's a nice face. I like seeing it.
Well, if that's not motivation, I don't know what would be. But I really enjoyed surprising you on Monday with it, though.
I was very, very pleasantly surprised to the point where I got up and gave you a quick kiss, like hello. I know you.
She was even touching the arm while we were driving and everything. Yeah, she likes it.
Yeah, long time no see. Good to see. Well, it's been a couple of years because last year you didn't shave at all. So it's been well over a year. Normally you would at least like once a year. You did do it last year, so it's greatly appreciated.
There was even comments about the way you were looking. Yeah, the light in your eyes. Woo.
Again, this is the man I married.
I'm still a little bit different. 40 years on. We've been together for a little while. Or 20 years on. Yeah, not 40 years on. One day it'll be 40 years on.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers
the only thing that will happen is I got to live. You haven't killed me yet. Yet we got land. We got land, and we know people that can dig. we do. Hi, Rick. If you're watching, we know you. But yeah, so everything's good around here. Was kind of getting ready for a couple more projects. There was something I wanted to remind people about for Martin's update, but it's slipped my mind.
Yeah, no. We had some rain. I had a little bit of a rest yesterday afternoon. We worked in the morning, had lunch, ate some carbs, needed to nap. And then I was like, okay, I've got to get up and cut the grass, try and get a little bit more done. And then I heard the rain. We had a little bit of rain, but it was enough too much for me to cut the grass now. Everything got too wet. Yeah,
that was cute. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go out there and cut the grass. Little trips everywhere. No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Well, a little bit of excitement that we're getting ready. We'd be driving down to Whistle Stop Friday for our event on Saturday in Mira. And yes, I just got to clean out the camper and get things ready, and the kids are very excited.
Yeah, and I installed your oven for you. So there was no oven at all in this camper, just a little top propane stove top. And but we found that there's actually a spot for a microwave with power. And like, wait a minute, let's go put in something for you. So we got convection oven, air fryer, microwave combo, and installed it for you.
Yep. Microwaves have come a long way since like the 1980s when we first had one, and I was like, wow, this is what comes with it. And then the size, it's pretty cool. I don't mind technology progressing. I think it's very impressive for things being more efficient with size and function, but it's come a long way. You still can't microwave metal though.
You got what?
You still can't microwave metal, though.
Yeah, no, of course not. yeah, they haven't figured that technology out yet. And I was half surprised that there wasn't like a dishwasher combo too. Just had to run water to it. There's a multi-purpose device, but it will do the job for you. We'll be able to keep the family fed. Yep. And away we go. So the camper's almost ready.
Yeah, almost ready. I just got to dig out some of our old pots and pans from the sea can because they can go in there too.
Yeah, Ben's now writing a song called Convection Air Fryer Microwave Combo in my camper in Alberta.
In my camper, yeah, exactly that. So that's going to be a nice little camping weekend. We know someone else is coming over to Mira on Friday, and it'll be just a good get together. But yeah, good event for Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. And the weather gods seem to be smiling down on us for Saturday as well.
Absolutely. Wherever Ben Crane goes, the sun follows. So we're in good shape there. And we got Lyndsay Butler today as well. Both of them are prepared to play some music for you. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And now that you've got your tea down, anything else on that front?
Not sure. Go ahead and, if you're a vendor, go ahead and register at events@levineshow.com. But otherwise, looking forward to seeing people there on Saturday. And well, we can tell people how our event went on Tuesday evening with
we'll do
Ron
that
Robertson.
When we get into the news portion, because it's one of the things that come up. But that's why we're a little bit tired, because we didn't get home till about 12:30.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Wednesday, Wednesday morning, early morning was when we finally got home, and so I was tired.
But it was well worth it, I think.
Oh, absolutely! And thank you very much for where were we? Thorhild. No R with a D at the end. Thorhild, who came out and asked so many questions, and of course, thank you, Max from freedomcalendar.net for streaming it. And yeah, that was great.
Awesome. So let's get into the timeline here. So one of the most common things people bring up is whether or not they're going to lose their CPP. They've been told during the petition for Forever Canadian, especially the seniors, because they actually went around to the senior center to collect signatures. And while they were there, they were telling them two things that's not true. One of them is you better sign here or America is going to take over Alberta. Which was gross to hear. And you better sign here or you're going to lose your CPP and old age security. And neither one of those are true. They never were, but it certainly worked because we still hear reports of this right now.
Yeah.
So I'll read this one out. Actually, this one along. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to read the whole thing out, but you're more than welcome to check it out. It's got sources completely. If you are collecting CPP, you don't have to be in Canada for that. There's a webpage on the government website, canada.ca, that explains that all you need to do is be at least 60 years old and have made at least one valid contribution to the CPP, and then you start collecting it. You do not have to be in Canada. And then what if you leave Canada and live in another country? Well, there's a whole webpage about that. It explains to you that that's fine. There's agreements in place, United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, France, Japan, and many, many, many others. So this is not new. A lot of Canadians retire outside of Canada and continue to receive it. There's even a webpage about how you can set up a foreign bank account. So this is very common, very normal, and also under Canadian law. If a province wanted to leave the CPP, then you don't have to leave the country. But if you want to leave the CPP, there's a whole process for that. Quebec is not part of the Canadian pension plan, and any province can leave the pension plan. And if you've been paying attention to Alberta, Alberta's been talking about this for a bit, hasn't pulled the trigger, but there is a way to leave the Canadian pension plan, even if you didn't leave Canada as a province. So all the mechanisms are in place. Just to be very clear for the seniors that are listening or have been pointed to this part of the show to pay attention to this, there's nothing wrong with Alberta leaving and your CPP continuing. Now, with that said, a lot of people want to highlight they would like to see Alberta replace the Canadian pension plan.
Yes.
With an Alberta pension plan, whether or not Alberta stays, this is something that's on the table. You actually talked to Danielle Smith about that one on the show.
Yeah, because the previous time she was on the show, she had mentioned that this was something that they were looking at, but it was not something that was going to be happening this year, and maybe they would look at it next year. Well, now she's saying that there's no indication that's even going to happen. But yes, it is something that a lot of Albertans want. It's something she's heard, especially from the What's Next panel, but they chose immigration to put on the referendum instead. Yeah,
and but I also think that when Alberta leaves Canada, I'm using the word when, because it's not happening at this referendum. There'll be another one.
Yeah.
But by that time, a lot more people will have the truth about this. And whether it's transitioned out from the CPP, whether you get two, you get the CPP plus an Alberta pension plan, or just an Alberta pension plan, or maybe a private pension plan, not one run by the government. These are all things that are on the table to be looked at. But for the seniors currently relying upon it, this is going to be the minimum you get. The new Alberta is looking to take care of you even further. So when someone tells you you're losing it all, I had a story about a woman who was literally shaking because she was so scared that this was going to happen. I think we got that from Lee when he went to visit. When he went to visit, that she was literally shaking because she was very scared that it would all come to an end for her. That's not true.
No.
They don't provide any evidence when they say that. They just say it to scare. So share this out, download this picture, give it to people, make a flyer out of it, put it around retirement centers and get it to people because they need to know the truth. And this has sources. All the sources are from the government of Canada itself. Nothing's made up here. So please get that information out.
Yeah, unless you believe the government of Canada makes up information and puts it out to the public.
We don't need to add more doubt. Okay, that's not what's going on here. The truth is Canadian pension plan and old age security is available whether you live in Canada or not.
Yeah.
So that won't stop. All right, Amazon, I hope you're paying attention. This is really so frustrating.
Yeah, I know.
When you get a large company and you try to bring a concern to them, and all I get, this is like 5 or 6 emails now, Oh, well, we try our best to minimize the number of packages, but we try to utilize the timeline so that we get it to you when promised. And if it costs more on shipping, we'll do that. I'm getting a canned letter.
Yeah.
You guys changed something.
Yes.
This isn't how it used to be. We used to get one box with up to 50 books in it. If we ordered more, then there would be 2 boxes with up to 50 books in it. Now it's packages with 4 books in it. And this is not through the Amazon main website. This is called author copies.
Yeah.
So when you publish a book on there, you can order copies so you can bring it to shows and stuff like that, live events, and sell them that way. They're called author copies. They used to come in a box.
Correct. Even the 4 used to come in, but now they're just shoving them in the envelopes.
Yeah, this is frustrating because we ordered 100 books, 24 arrived. 1 was going through Pure Later, which we haven't gotten yet. So 1 package of 4 books hasn't even arrived. But it used to be a box, but now it's 24 packages. And I feel bad for the delivery driver. Yeah. I feel bad for the fact that we got to go through this and create a bunch of waste. We have to move this into a box. It's just really annoying. And Bruce Party just wrote a book, and he's looking to order, I think, 750 books and send it to us because we're doing a tour with him, a bit of a book tour workshop, share his constitutional vision out there. And am I going to receive hundreds of packages with 4 copies in each? Or can they get their stuff together so that we receive boxes with 50 copies in it like we did before? So I'm just highlighting this because it is really frustrating. When a company gets large, they don't care. They just simply don't care. And even when you give them feedback, they're like, thank you for your feedback. We really appreciate it, but we're not going to do anything with it. Yeah. It's like, come on, move this up the line because you guys changed something. This wasn't this way before.
And it's not just us,
Corey
Trudeau.
Morgan, Ben Trudeau. Yeah, other people who published their books through Amazon have highlighted this in Canada.
Yes.
It seems like these responses keep pointing to the American one, but I'm trying to highlight to them that something changed here in Canada. You guys started doing this.
It's noticeable, for sure.
Yeah, and when you see like this, and this is just one screen, but we got dozens and dozens of these 4 copies. And what's highlighting here is this one here is going through Pure Later for some reason. 25 packages, 24 came on the same day with Amazon, but the 25th is going through Pure Later for some reason. It hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah.
So odd. So odd. We just want to sell books. Okay. So we had a show. I think this came on Monday's show, or this was I think it was Monday's show. I'm not quite sure. This was a comment on YouTube I was going to share with you guys.
Yeah.
A guy that was yelling traitor at me from his house now has one of your End Bill C9 Vote Option 2 lawn signs on his lawn a month later. Good.
Yeah,
that was the
fantastic.
whole point. And this is the sign they're talking about here. I had people ask, well, a couple people say from the independence movement say, hey, why are you bringing faith into this? Leave it off the table. There's some people pretty adamant that they don't want to see faith as part of this conversation. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm unapologetically Christian. And I do think that we need to understand that Christianity is under attack through bills in Ottawa, Bill C9 being the main one right now, because it removes the defense from the Criminal Code Hate Act portion, hate speech portion, that good faith conversations about faith or the Bible has now been repealed. So there's no defense to hate speech in the Criminal Code anymore for good faith speech about your faith. Now, of course, it didn't say Christianity in there, but this is obviously what they're going after because they haven't been protecting for quite a while. So when I started this part of my campaign, I was trying to reach out to the people that are not for independence, but they do want to protect their faith. And one of the ways, well, the only way, as we'll get into a little bit later, is to get out from the Canadian Criminal Code, the bills from Ottawa, and do our own thing here. Alberta has responded by basically saying, well, we're not going to implement this, even though they can't revoke it, they can't stop it. They're going to put in some hurdles. But if the government changes here, the next government may choose not to do it that way and go ahead and implement this all the way. So one of the ways to truly get our faith protected again is to get the government out of it completely. And that would be a new constitution, a new nation of Alberta. But it's good to see that some people who were definitely not for it, but they're for protecting faith. And that's the whole reason why we started that campaign.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's one thing I will bring it up, but one of the questions I asked at our event on Tuesday is the misconception that this upcoming October referendum is a referendum on separation. No, it's not. And then some people say, well, it's a referendum for a referendum. True. However, this referendum is really important when it comes to our ability to have a democratic say, a vote, because it represents more than just Alberta's separation. It represents really the voice of the people. And this is just another step in our censorship coming down federally.
Yeah, and what Paul is also trying to say there is we got to be respected as a province, and this is one of the last chances that Ottawa will get to hear from Albertans, do something about it before we get to the referendum to actually separate. So this is kind of like your last chance. Show us what you got, bring your best deal to the table, show us some respect, and if they choose not to go down that route, not to listen to Alberta when we say the majority of us are ready to have a referendum, then the ship has sailed. And at that point, Alberta knows what they need to do. But one of the things absolutely is removing the defense of good faith. And my speech, and it's online thanks to Max, it's 23 minutes long, really goes into detail on how this is important, because it's not like they're going to start throwing people in jail for the Bible or speaking about the Bible, although they could. It's about, we have criminal code protection already for actual violence and intimidation and incitement. So we already have the stuff in there. Why remove the protection for faith? Yeah. And I dig into it a lot because, quite frankly, from my perspective, it is to put a chilling factor on faith, shut down anybody who attempts to go, let's say, on the street and talk about their faith. And potentially one day, if the government changes here in Alberta, this could be happening all over Canada and other places. But if the government changes here in Alberta, they could go into churches and remove pastors and put them in jail. Again, keep in mind, Alberta put many pastors in jail.
Yes, exactly.
So we'll see where this goes. Thanks a lot to Lawrence for coming on the show on Tuesday. It's always great to catch up with him. And I really support this guy, his family, what they're doing, because it's very similar to ours. Just trying to do what we can to get the information out, dig into it. He got some boots on the ground. He was digging into the Crow's Nest Pass mining operation that the community wants. But other Albertans outside of the community are saying, no. We got a nice email from somebody in Lethbridge who was highlighting that there's a lot of lefties in Lethbridge who are involved in that because some of them have second homes or cabins out in that area. Yeah. So they're trying to impose their city life and their views and their leftist views onto a rural area because they want to, what they believe is to protect their way of life, but they don't fully understand the whole issue. And thanks to Lawrence, who highlighted that there's actually also a big cleanup because the mine hasn't been active for quite a while. It's leaching into the ground. And one of the things that will come from reopening it is a cleanup. Yeah. So actually that environment would be a lot better.
Yeah, the reclamation of it. And so we used to watch, Gold Rush, which is based in the Yukon, and been on for many, many years now. We used to watch it. But anyway, what you actually don't realize when you see all these mines and they're digging up the ground and they've got these giant pits, at the end of it, when they're done with that mine, they have to make the whole thing whole. Every hole is cleaned up. They have to remove everything. So there are things in place to ensure that the earth, the environment is meant to be made whole and go back to normal. So the fact that this was not done before is very interesting for this mine, that the reclamation was
back
done.
In the days when you didn't need to do that. And just to be clear, this is not an open pit mine. This is going into the ground to get the coal out. But your point still stands, that there's ways to ensure that the environment is kept clean. We have a lot more of that in place now. And this is one of the things that are on the table. But what's most important to me is the community decided and voted for it. And yet there's an outside force trying to stop the community from doing their own democratic desire, because it creates thousands of jobs for the community.
Yes.
All right. So do check out Get the Facts on Bill C9. Ron Robertson did a great job. He's an ex-Edmonton Police Services officer, and he was looking at it from the perspective of police enforcement. He went into detail on how the snitch line was being created, how, as an officer, he's disgusted with that. He's not alone. We even had another Edmonton Police Services veteran there saying the same thing. He was in the audience. And I dig into how the legislation kind of started. And it didn't start with Bill C-9. It started before that with the Bloc Québécois, who tried to remove and repeal those two sections in the past. And it failed at that time. But they were successful in tacking it onto the Bill C-9 one, because the original C-9 didn't have that repeal in it. It was the Bloc who pushed for it. And the deal done between the Liberals and the Bloc was, well, you support Bill C-9 in its whole, and we'll add this little amendment to it. And the amendment was done during committee. It wasn't part of the draft, which means the House of Parliament just received it back. And then because Liberals supported it, they had the majority, they just passed it. So, yeah, democracy at its finest right there.
Yeah.
So, and then we get into the impact and what Alberta can do about it or is doing about it, but also how their hands are tied. This is how the constitutional system works. The province has no say over the criminal code. You may have some say over how it's administered, meaning the courts here and the police, and also the Attorney General is the one who has to kind of sign off on these ones. But once you change that Attorney General with a different mindset, then boom, we're all open to it. So right now we have some protection at provincial level, as long as Mickey Amory and Danielle Smith are heading in this direction. But that could go with one election.
Absolutely.
And I don't even mean like it has to be NDP. Like maybe another UCP leader changes their mind on this or something. But the whole point is there's one person in Alberta now that can administer the prosecution of this, and that's the Attorney General. So, and that's our system. So we're not pleased with that. We don't want to see us under it. A lot of Albertans would, if there was a vote on this, would absolutely not vote for it. I think a lot of Canadians wouldn't vote on this. But that's our system. So one more reason for us to take another look at October 19th and start the process of taking a stronger look at, do we want to be part of this system or not?
No.
Corey Morgan highlighting here how unusual, because there was a shooting of a police officer in Calgary. No, he didn't pass away, or they didn't pass away. I'm not sure the gender because they don't share that stuff much. But what they did share here is the police are refusing to name the accused. Fully refused to name the accused. And as Corey's highlighting here, how unusual, because, well, they got the person in custody. But they simply won't name it. Now, there is only one direction that they go where they don't name anything about the accused. But if this was James Smith, we all would know very quickly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is my surprise face.
Yeah, and this is the police themselves that were shot, and they're the ones that are saying, "Nah, let's not name this person." So they're still doing political filtering when it comes to news and information,
even for their brothers in arms.
Yeah, brothers and sisters in arms. So this is something that needs to be reversed. We need to take crime more seriously. This is the crime we need to be worried about, not whether or not somebody's reading from the Bible or another book.
Or coming soon, a tweet.
Very soon. All right, so this is our show today. So we got Bank Crane Lyndsay Butler because we're talking about the Thanks Y'all event. It's great to see how many people are talking about being there. And this is going to be awesome because this is a big appreciation event. This is not a political event. But bring your flag, show your support. That's all great. But nobody's going to be up on stage talking about the referendum because we want to do a big thank you to everybody that got us to this point. So if you're a canvasser, campaigner, volunteer, if you're a volunteer, you don't have to work.
You don't just bring
it. Come and hang out, bring a chair, a supporter, or just a friend of the movement. Come and enjoy it. We actually have 5 musical acts now. One person reached out to us. Martin has provided a little bit of time for her to join. Caroline Richardson, I think it is.
Okay.
She was part of the telethon. John Bolton had her on. So she'll open the show before Marty. And then we'll have Marty, and I'm looking forward to this. I've never watched one of his acts before, but he's going to do a lot of covers and some music for Alberta. Ruth Purdy Smith, big fan of hers.
Yeah, we like Ruth.
Yeah, she's been on the show a few times. And Marty's probably listening to the show. So, hey, Marty, get your fingers ready for the audio stuff.
Morning.
And then Ben Crane, you're going to hear from him today. He's been awesome because he's going around doing a lot of Let's Talk Alberta events, sharing his story, sharing his music there. That's where I got to meet him. And then, of course, our good friend Lyndsay Butler, who's been around for quite some time. I learned about her through the Coots stuff. She apparently was what the police called guns and ammo.
Yeah.
Because
she is smoking.
Because they were saying how any talk about her was actually code for guns and ammo when it was really guitars and amplifiers. So I got to see her testify in the Coots trial too. But we've had her on a few times. I see her just popped up now and getting everything ready. But let's make sure you guys are there. So this is on Saturday. Oh, by the way, I lost a day. Yesterday, all day, I thought tomorrow was Friday. I'm like,
done that.
Yeah, we're going to have to get everything ready.
Done that.
And I knew it wasn't Friday because I still have things to do today, Thursday.
Yeah.
But I lost a day for most of the day. And then when I realized, I'm like, oh, we got an extra day to get things ready.
There's nothing quite like that feeling. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
I've got another day which is just reality, to get stuff done.
So we'll see you all up there on Saturday. It's going to be awesome. Thanks to John Bolton as well and all our sponsors. Let's Talk Alberta is our major sponsor, stepped up really, really well for us quickly. And then we have Pathways to Independence, Alberta Women for Independence, Cool Stuff Wholesale, and Let Alberta Decide, all chipping in to make sure this event can stay free for everybody. So thank you very much for all of them.
Yes.
And now, speaking of, I'm so excited. Now we're going to have dueling banjos. We're going to have both of them play. You're going to do dueling banjos. Can you imagine that? Let's welcome to the show for the first time, Mr. Ben Crane.
Good morning.
Thanks, guys. Good to see you.
Hey, you've been enjoying the show from the backstage there?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's usually where I live anyway.
Fair enough. And it's live. It's very live. So I hope you're enjoying that. And let's bring in our real good friend, Lyndsay Butler. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hey, Lyndsay.
Hey, Ben. I'm good. Thank you. How are you guys?
Good. I like that t-shirt. I wonder where you got that one from.
And I like the signs behind. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I set it up back here.
You're representing. I love it. I love it a lot.
Thank you.
So both of you said the same thing when I said, hey, you want to come on the show at 7:30? You're like, 7:30? PM, right? PM? Like, no, AM.
Yeah, I love mornings.
Well, you do great on it. And Ben, first comment out of him when we're getting ready is he's an artist. He doesn't do mornings either. But thanks a lot, Ben. Appreciate that.
Yes, I get up at the crack of 8 if I have to. Yeah.
And Ben, you've been doing a lot of traveling, as we talked about a little bit there with Let's Talk Alberta. How's that going for you?
Oh, I'm having the time of my life. Loving meeting these guys, hanging with them, and learning from them. There's stuff I didn't know, and the more I talk, the more I learn from these guys. And it's just a privilege to run around to my beautiful province that I love so much, and just try and give the other side of the story.
And you've been actually penning some new music while you've been doing it, because I think I heard one of your songs for the first time you played it was at one of these events.
Right.
So you've been pretty inspired. Is there going to be an album by the time you're done this?
Oh man, now you're talking my language. I've been thinking about that, putting something together like that, but I just don't know exactly. I mean, the music industry is tough on independent artists. You know, how in the world do you CDs? Some people have them, others are looking for 8 tracks, but that's what it feels like. So I don't know, but yeah, I've got enough stuff, I think, already, and I'd like to include a whole bunch of others, but we're still chewing on that one.
Awesome. And Lyndsay, you know all about that. The music industry gets political. You're doing great. And then you said, you know what? I like this freedom thing. I want to have control over what goes in my body. And then things changed for you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still feeling those repercussions, if you will. It's been interesting. I have found in the music industry, if you have certain political views, you are more than put on a pedestal, and everybody is supposed to agree with them and just nod and smile and like, yeah, no, that's where we get some of our funding from, and da 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 da. And it's very, like, in my opinion, touching on socialist, and I don't know if any of them watch, and I don't know if I care, but facts are facts. And I just, if you don't have those certain views, or you're not on the same political side of the fence, let's say, you're very much blacklisted. Yeah, during the gross COVID years, I did speak out about, how I didn't think it was appropriate that certain music affiliations and things I'd played with for years now needed to know my personal private medical information. Like, do whatever you want with your body. I really don't care. Pushing it on other people, not appropriate. And, then having to know I'm not okay with that either. So to play certain things, like, that makes no sense to me. Did it make me a better singer-songwriter? Who knows?
Well, there was a time like the 60s and 70s where music exploded because it was fighting the government, anti-war, anti-Vietnam. A lot of the roots of folk music is standing up and fighting against it. And then you got the 80s and 90s with punk rock and all that kind of stuff. And now you see bands like Green Day telling people they need to get vaxxed, listen to the government. Rage Against the Machine itself, which is literally, the title is Rage Against the Machine. They are part of the machine now, and they don't rage against it. In fact, they rage against their fans who didn't get vaccinated for their concert. It's crazy to see how what used to be the outlet of the public fighting against the system is now being used on the artist to make sure that you don't do that again. So it's really very much in control. And Ben, I'm just guessing, but you remember some of those times where we was really pushing hard against the system. Folk music was folk music. And do you kind of agree with some of the things that Lyndsay's saying there? Things have changed.
Oh, 100%. And the interesting thing when she was talking about that, saying, well, the comment where musicians will say, oh, we gotta eat from this hand because it's feeding us. Well, then it's all about the money instead of art. And it's never been about anything but the music, and just the idea of being able to say what you want to say. I mean, it's like, whether you support the Flames or the Oilers, one guy will carry one flag, the other guy will carry the other. They might have a fun little scrap, but then they'll walk away arm in arm, go have a beer, and everything's good, But for whatever reason, this stuff is now like black and white. There ain't no gray, and that's wrong.
Well, that sounds like a title for a song there, Ben. Black and white, but there ain't no gray. And Lyndsay's probably penning right now, A Little Touch of Socialism. That sounds like another great title, too. I'd listen to that song for sure.
Or Lyndsay, we got to hang with this guy. He's giving us ideas. I like this.
I love it. Yep.
Yeah, welcome to the Levine Show. It just flows with the coffee. That's why we have tea and coffee to get things going. Right. But if you are looking for a manager, I only take 20% and all that kind of stuff. So.
You don't have time for that, my friend.
I did want to thank you both, plus the rest of the artists coming out on Saturday, because right away you said, yes, let's make this work. Ben, you're very busy. Lyndsay as well. By the way, Lyndsay, great job at the Let Alberta Decide event at the Ranchmans in Calgary. Once again, you captured that crowd. I'm one of your biggest fans. I love your music. So I'm looking forward to your set. Have you penned anything recently? Is there some new music on the horizon for you?
Not really. I find writing is such a weird thing. It's like I have to go live a whole bunch of life and experience things and then just kind of let it steep for a while. And then all of a sudden there will be a month where I'm just like, boom, here's 5 new songs. So,
well, little touch of socialism. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how you're going to rhyme with Levine. I think, Ben, you said ravine, and you had a couple other words there that would work. Maybe there'd be a duet here. We'll see where this goes. But Ben, I see your guitar there, and I know Lyndsay was preparing to do some music as well. Did you feel comfortable to try and give a shot at playing one of your songs, Ben?
I'll try it first thing in the morning here. I've been writing songs for a bunch of years. Been doing this for 45 years, I guess. And way back in the 1900s. I wrote one called "Nothing Like Alberta," and I mean, as a performer, I get to, the privilege of running all over the place, you know, and as cool as the Grand Canyon is, and Moline, New York, and you know, Baton Rouge and all them places, there is nothing like coming back to Alberta. And so I penned this one. This is one from 1990, I believe. Pull away from the old quarter, guitar in my hand, to sing of folks and places I've known. From the north down to the border, from the rocks to the desert sand. Oh man, this is early. Ain't nothing like Alberta, home sweet home. Chinook wind is blowing through the pines. It whispers that this land is yours and mine. Our goal is in the sunset, silver rims the clouds. Ain't nothing like Alberta, home sweet home. Hayfields and wildflowers, shade of a cottonwood, mountain meadows in the evening sun. Oh, I could watch for hours, 'cause life is just that good. Ain't nothing wrong, I just forgot the words. Chinook wind is blowing through the pines, whispers that this land is yours and mine. I'm happy and content here, no place I'd rather be than right here in Alberta, home sweet home. Home sweet home.
Wow. Home sweet home. I like that ad hoc lyrics that you added there for us.
Oh,
A little touch, a little exclusive for the Levine show.
And I couldn't even hit half the notes. Good honk. Got to warm up by 10 or 11. I'll be able to sing.
It was lovely, Ben. Thank you.
And you said it's 3 to 4 p.m. So
Yep.
right in your sweet spot, right? So you'll be good to go.
That's perfect.
One of the things that I was thinking about while you were playing was AI music. Okay, people are popping out songs in like 2 minutes now, and how do you feel about that? We'll start with Ben, and we'll go to Lyndsay on now, because clearly that wasn't AI. You're not an AI video.
Mm-hmm.
This is raw and real. But what are your thoughts about this AI stuff?
Well, it's a joke, honestly. It's good to have. It has its place, I would say. I'm working right now, actually, this week with a feller who punched some lyrics into AI and said, "Write me a hit country song." And he didn't like the warbling and garbledy gook that came out, so he comes to me and says, "Can you?" Because I have a recording studio. I'm a record producer. And he says, "Can you reproduce this with real music, with real instruments?" And that's fun. It's like a collaboration that way. It'd be like two people sitting down and writing. You get different ideas from both sides. But I find it really quite funny because they'll be playing different instruments, and you can't tell whether it's supposed to be a fiddle or an electric guitar or a steel guitar. I mean, there's sounds I've never heard in my life. And then the other day I was listening to one where this guy was stringing in the bridge. He was stringing a whole bunch of words together, and I realized something is wrong. And by gum, he wasn't taking a breath. So he had probably about 3 minutes worth of long stuff stretched out without a breath, and it's just plain unreal. So
Yeah.
Well, there's another song for you called "Take a Breath." It's about the rise of AI music.
there you go.
It's a real artist will take a breath when they're singing. And I can see how that little collaboration part would work because, maybe punch out some ideas, find the rhymes, get things together. But nothing beats real music. And for the people watching, the younger ones, a record is how they used to make music and send it out.
Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
he
see-
says he's a record producer.
And that's the other thing. As this song was going on, he sent me the MP3 of it. And first it was Glenn Campbell singing. And then all of a sudden, halfway through the verse, it switched to Willie Nelson's voice. And then, maybe 2 or 3 other guys by the end, and that's, to me, that's where the morality comes into it. These guys, these companies are scrubbing Lyndsay's and my music, for example. They're scrubbing it and finding out little licks and little vocal inflections and stuff like that. And they're doing it without us knowing it, and definitely without paying us. And then they'll turn around and so wants to write a song, so he feeds his lyrics into it. And now all of a sudden, our personal intellectual property is being taken, stolen from us, and sold to the next guy. So it just, not for me.
This feels like Napster all over again, where the music industry needs to stand up in order to protect themselves.
And SoCan is doing that.
Yeah, and I would support that for sure. Some of it's for fun, like when it's just entertainment purposes, where they mix like Willie Nelson with Tupac or 50 Cent or something like that. Like it's for fun, I get it. But when you're trying to pass it off as commercialized music, where you're making a profit and nobody else is, that could be a problem. Lyndsay, what's your take on this whole AI music?
I think we've kind of discussed before that music to me is like live music, especially, is almost like it has such a healing frequency. If you record it at certain hertz and things like that, it can be much more healing than what they've changed our recorded music to. But yeah, I've heard some stuff, and for me, there's no connection at all because it's a computer. It's not a person. I have no feelings towards it. I just kind of zone out. I can tell you right away if it's real or fake because I don't feel. And then, I guess, Ben, you brought up a good point. Like if somebody was doing a demo or something, it's probably a cheap way to do a demo nowadays. Be like, yeah, and I want these instruments in it. If you can tell what instruments they are. But as far as I have no connection to it. I don't feel it. So to me, it's like I honestly haven't even gone down the road of trying to figure it out or have anything to do with it. So I don't know. But as a demo, I can see how that would work, but I don't connect to it at all. So I don't get it.
No, fair enough. And we do use a little bit of AI when it comes to creating thumbnails and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have no graphical ability. We did work with graphic designer at one point, and I used to make them myself with a little bit of a template. So I see a little place for it for people who can't produce some of the stuff. But when it comes to music and putting it on the radio, kids' radio is where they would play it over there.
Right.
Or get it out there and try and commercialize it. I'm not a fan. I saw Spotify. A good chunk of it now is AI generated music. So a lot of the streaming funds are actually ending up with AI generation and not the artists anymore. But they'll never be able to replace you with live music. So live music.
I mean, I will say I am guilty of using AI for sitting at going for drinks before like a meeting or something one time, whether it's this or the constituency I'm involved in and all the things, and being, hey, we're going to have lawn signs at such and such place. Can you whip us up a quick poster? And I'm sitting there being like, okay, I have the one that I built last week. I wonder if I can just ask AI to edit it to this week. So I'm sitting there at my phone doing it, and so yeah, for that stuff, super handy. And yeah, I don't think you can do it cheaper. Like it's free, and yeah, it has a place for sure.
Yeah. And there's another song for you: Six Fingers, One Arm Man.
Or 3 arms. Sometimes there's that third that will just sneak in.
Creepy. We're onto something. But let's go ahead and get one from you as well there, Lyndsay. Very live, no AI, early morning too, because that's how we roll around here.
Good luck, girl.
Oh gosh. I think I'm tuned. I don't know. Let's see here. It's been a while.
If it's a Taylor, it's always in tune.
Well,
Now the shop talking.
Yeah.
Have you guys met before?
Never have. Oh,
I was listening to Ben's music for the last few days, so you poor
girl.
I did some research on you.
Yeah, I creep to your stuff too, so there.
I love it. I'll sing you my Prairie Settler song to share my love for the prairies, and especially Alberta. No, it sounds not in tune now. She's not happy. It's been a while. I think the last time I played it, I was in eastern Alberta, and it was really, really, really hot.
And humid. Yeah.
All right. So I'm a 7th generation Albertan. My family homesteaded out here on Gladys Ridge in 1886. And I'm still living out here today. I wrote this song as the tip of my hat to all of us crazy prairie people that said, yes, there's nothing out there. Let's go live there. It's minus 40 and it's plus 40 and it's everything in between, and we're going to make it something. Because if you haven't noticed, we're a little bit stubborn, and there's something really strong in this Alberta blood. And this is the Prairie Settler song. They call this land the prairies. We call this land our home. Great-great-granddaddy broke this ground over 100 years ago. They came across the ocean. They traveled far and wide through this wild land unknown, and it's a wonder they survived. Yippee-yi-yi, 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 yippee-yi-yi. Traded up some horseshoes for a bag of pine needle tea, a remedy from a medicine man, and a headdress made of beads. And you can hear the coyotes howling, getting closer by the night. New calf hits the ground, and it's gone before daylight. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yi-oh. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yi-oh. Never gonna go, staking my claim right here till the dust comes out these bones. Yippee-yi-yi, seeds are gonna sow, only with these bleeding hands and a dream made out of stone. trail's cutting deeper, the ruts are wearing down. A wagon ride across Rupert's land, still 80 miles from town. The planting season's burnt up, the earth was hot and dry. Praying down on our knees for the rain to fall from the sky. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo. Staking my claim right here till the dust comes out these bones. Yippee-yay, seeds are gonna sow, only with these bleeding hands and a dream made out of stone.
Yeah,
Wow.
Mm.
Ben, what'd you think?
I love it. That don't sound like no guns and ammo to me. That's bigger than that.
Yeah, Lindsay, we were
That's
talking
beautiful.
about at the Coots trial because you were called as a witness to testify that you exist. You're a country music singer, and you do go around with guitars and amplifiers, not guns and ammo. So, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, it's humorous if it didn't ruin so many lives. It could be humorous that they couldn't just take a quick 10 seconds to give me a little Google search and say, oh, she's a real person, she sings music. Oh, imagine that. Oh, and she has a song called Freedom. Okay, yeah, no, guess we can throw that ridiculous theory out the window, but no, that's what they really went with.
It didn't fit the narrative.
That's right.
Oh, just make it up as you go. And I don't know, in some cases, maybe the crazier it sounds, the better it works, but I don't think that one worked at all.
Correct.
Yeah, and you can take away a little piece of silver lining here that probably the jury agrees with you on that. So when they heard your testimony, and that might have been some of the reasons why they did a not guilty verdict on the most serious charge there. But yeah, you're 100% right, because this is some of the things they used to go ahead and keep the men in pre-trial detention for so many years, and it was just disgusting to see. But thank you for doing your part on assisting on the trial and telling the truth. Yeah, you exist, you play music, you played music there too, and you have a guitar and amplifier. So Ben, before we cut over to the supporter section, and we'll probably get you to try and get another one out if you don't mind with our supporters. But what does it mean to you to see people like Lyndsay continuing the fight, standing up against these narratives, continue to tell the truth? And as time goes on, you're seeing more and more vindication. Like, oh yeah, it turns out, I guess we're not crazy. All of our concerns are being validated now when you got a guy pleading the fifth when he was the science at one point, right? So what are your thoughts as we continue this fight for Alberta, the future of Alberta, and people like Lyndsay have been around for quite some time paying the price to do that?
My hat's off, man. It gives me hope. Thanks, Lyndsay, and thank you to everybody else who's also done it. It's hope is something that we haven't had for a very long time. I remember feeling hope for the first time during the convoy. And I remember feeling hope for the first time during COVID, when everybody started waking up and smelling the coffee, and our BS meters was spinning so fast we was using them for fans. And just the whole thing, like, people ask me, what are you fighting for? And to me, it's the heritage that is, our roots. And that was the song I wanted to sing next, was my Alberta Roots Run Deep. And I did a deep dive into thinking this through first before I did it. What are the roots? And, you know, I mean, there's the faith, there's the integrity, there's family, there's common sense. Remember that? And there's truth and honesty. There's personal responsibility. There's hard work, earning what you have, not having everything gave to you. Small government. In short, it's the faith, family, freedom thing that's kind of that phrase has come out, and I think that's a perfect way to describe it. Those are the things that are not Canada anymore. So if someone asks me, why am I fighting? Why are we all fighting? For me, that's what it is. It's not to get another pipeline. We can do that any old time. That one that they're talking about out east, that ain't coming through. That's a joke. My opinion.
Yeah.
No, and I feel the same way. Hope, because when we have young people show up to our events and speak and support and talk about it from their perspective, I call it hopium because I get very high on it. I'm very excited to hear about it.
That. You should write a song about that, Jason.
There you go.
Add
You
it to the collection.
just add me to the songwriting credits, and we're all good to go there, Ben.
You do the sing, and I'll do the interpretive dance.
Okay, that sounds very good. And then Lyndsay, 6th generation Albertan. It was Rupert's land when your family was out here, and you're still on that land. So what does it mean to you to see people like Ben and the rest of us trying to do what we can to maintain what Alberta was, even what Canada was, but is no longer, but maintain something here in Alberta for the generations that come after us?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I mean, there's a reason why we have what we have in Alberta. It's like I said, it's our stubborn blood. It's the fact that it might be minus 40 out there, but we still have strong, capable, hardworking men and women making, you know, they're working oil field, they're working whatever needs to get done. I have a song, Alberta Rising, I might play for you later. It's like we work hard, but we love hard. And we, you know, that's very much a part of it. The common sense thing, like, I don't know, man, that one, that's like a vintage idea anymore. It's just, I don't know where the heck that went, but at first, when I played out in Moss Lee that night, there was Mitch and Tanya speaking. Berta Proud Dad was there as well. And we just had a meeting, and this was during some signature collection, which was on the other side. It was totally separate and all the things, because, you know, the rules are constantly changing with Elections Alberta. And we had a meeting, and I found, somebody sent it to me later on, that there was an article. There was somebody who came and they wrote an article about it, and they thought it was a bad idea to mix us with, you know, the convoy, the freedom people, who, yes, I see a lot of similar faces on this journey as well, which I'm proud to stand beside still. And at first they thought it was a bad thing, I think. And they tried to make us sound like, you know, those crazy fringe. But our fringe seems to be growing. I'm not sure if you've noticed. And I'm not sure it was ever a fringe in the first place. But now with what we're finding out in what's going on in the States with the pleading of the Fifth and all of the new information that we thought was legit information, because we weren't allowing our sources to be canceled. We just had to find them on different streams of media or different information, go direct to their email, get on their list. I don't think, like, is that not just more validation that what we're doing is actually true and correct and on the right path? Because in my opinion, it's like, yeah, no, we are the freedom people. Thank God. And you're welcome. Do you want to get on our team yet or what?
Yeah, 100%. And when people say like these groups shouldn't mingle and associate, they don't understand. I think ultimately what the freedom movement was in 2022.
Yeah.
The freedom movement in 2022 was to go and cooperate with the government, collect information, and get justification for their actions. It was one of the last attempts to keep Canada together by a lot of Albertans and Quebec as well, who met and worked together to try and save the country. And a lot of people don't see it that way. They just think about the diesel fumes and the honking and the trucks and stuff like that. They don't actually see the purpose of why that was happening. That, in my mind, 2022 was the last attempt to keep Canada together, and the government made it very clear, not interested, and here's our guns. And we're going to make sure that you understand that. And by the way, we're going to freeze your bank accounts too. And we're going to do a bunch of things that are later going to be judged as improper and not allowed by the government, but it doesn't matter. We're the government. We're just going to do that. So I look at it a little bit differently than that person who said you shouldn't mix it too. It's the same mindset. It's trying to protect what we have, whether it was a Freedom Convoy or Independence for Alberta. Same thing. Same roots. Let's not lose this all.
Yeah. I also want to highlight your mum has posted in our locals chat a lovely photo, and she said, "Canvassing in the cold, faith, family, freedom." Yeah. Large Alberta flags, the sign there, and then the sign here as well, the arrow pointing. But yeah, it's what a lot of people did. Thank you.
I think I might be in that photo.
Maybe I have to zoom it in. Let's see. If you are, you're buried under layers and a hat.
That's probably me. I hate the cold, but we did a lot of canvassing. We tried everywhere, and we have a wonderful group. Just a little shout out here to all my people in Highwood. I'm so privileged to work with these people, to know them, to just I don't know, gather with them. We gather, we break bread, we have fun. They show up at my shows sometimes. It's just, I don't know how I would have ever met these wonderful people without this. And I'm just so grateful for that. So I've met so many great Freedom Family people. Now I got Independence Family people. That part makes me very happy.
Yeah, that's something that makes us happy too, because we don't have actual blood family in Alberta. We moved here kind of like little settlers of our own, brought our family and left the crazy behind and came set up here. But we certainly have aunts and uncles all over the place. JJ and Jacob go running across the field when they recognize certain people.
I love this place. I truly do.
We are really well taken care of in the family of Alberta.
Yeah.
And Ben, as you're traveling as well, I'm sure you're seeing the exact same thing. There's support in every town that you pull into to do your events and talks. And why people try and stand in the way of that, I don't understand. Like venues canceling, cities sent out, like Edmonton sent out a letter to us saying, hey, don't bother booking any of our facilities. You are not welcome. In the face of all of that, we're still getting things done. But I'm sure you're seeing that from town to town as well.
Oh yeah, it's every once in a while someone will get up on the Q&A. We'll do our little spouts, and then we open it up to do about 2/3 of the evening with answering and talking to people from the audience. And when somebody gets up and says, almost takes his hat off and says, "I want to thank you guys for coming out to our town to give the," it's like icing on the cake. But I don't understand. I'm with you. I don't get the thing of why fight against it, because I cannot see a downside. I just cannot. And I know there's a lot of questions, and I have no answers for them. I'm not an elected official as I head out and talk to people. I'm just saying what I believe and what my opinion is, and they can take that and make up their own mind. But I don't get that. They never give an answer as to why it's a good thing to stay in this, like this faith thing. There's that C9, that, the idea of integrity. There's scandals that the government is just so adept at, this personal responsibility thing. You got your censorship, you've got your propaganda machine, everyone else making up your mind for you, telling you what to think and what to say. These are just absolutely diametrically opposed to common sense, to life, and I just don't get it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it kind of puts the coffee and our tea in our cups here to keep us going, and that's something that Lindsay says that I love hearing is that every once in a while she needs to fill up her cup and recharge her cup, and
Yeah.
her cup's full when she gets out there and plays, and ours as well when we hear you, Lindsay. So this particular event, it's not a political event. There's not going to be any speeches that we've been talking about here at the town halls. This is really just let's get together as a family, relax, enjoy ourselves, and kind of the fruits of the labor for the last year or so to get us to this point is what we're celebrating, and we want to appreciate all the people doing that because our lives have changed with volunteer help. If it wasn't for people willing to help out on the volunteer level, we couldn't even do our events. We're just a little family doing what we can, but it's the volunteers that make it happen. So I'm really appreciated that both of you are going to help celebrate that with us on Saturday. And Lindsay, what is it like to you? Because you're in there. You got the bundles of clothing on, little hat, staying warm. Minus 40 doesn't bother you at all. And you're doing it as well. But what do the volunteers mean to you when they help out?
Oh, they're amazing. In our group specifically, we have wonderful teams. We have our pop-up team that for canvassing, we would just pop up everywhere. We still have some of the teams going out and doing Let's Talks, literally just setting up in downtowns here and there and wherever. And we have I'm just bragging here now, but we have the best sign team. You guys should drive around the foothills. It is just, we're painting it blue and it is awesome. We started out with just the big signs, just in a field or whatever. We build little stands and they would be ground level. These things are 8 and 12 feet in the air now. And we have huge Alberta flags on them. You are not driving by without noticing it. It's amazing. The volunteers, everything that's ran from the breakfast, that was all volunteer to, I think it's wonderful. And that is truly who Albertans are. There's something that needs to be done. It doesn't matter. We'll figure out a way to get it done. Your neighboring family, whatever, falls on some hard times, whatever it is. You want to bet how many combines are going to be there to help you harvest? I've seen it. I've witnessed it firsthand. That's just who we are. We're those people. We stand up. We pick up a shovel when it's needed and we get it done.
I love it too, and that is definitely the Alberta culture. You spray paint one sign, we build it back bigger. There's going to be 2. There's going to be flags, and you'll need to bring a ladder, but we know you're too lazy for that. So I love it that they're up there. And we were driving down to the Okotos area, and we saw the 2 big towers of power, I guess we can call it, of the signs from Corey and Let Alberta Decide. So Keith and Tanya. It's great to see, and you can't miss it. And then we got one too. There's one on 2A. Somebody put one of ours up nice and high, and we snapped a picture of that one. But keep painting it blue, Lindsay. We got a little bit more work to do. We got 10 weeks or so and 9 weeks or so to get to that referendum on a referendum. And let's have Alberta send a message that we're serious. We're serious about what we're talking about here. This is not fringe. Nothing's fringe about this. So both of you hang out for a second. We're just going to cut over to our supporter side, and we'll get one more out of each of you. You guys get to decide. But I actually had in my mind dueling banjos. Was there a way for you guys to do something together? That would have been cool. But we'll talk in a little bit. But thank both of you for being here today. We appreciate you getting up early at the crack of 8 there, Ben. And Lindsay, always a pleasure. And you nailed it too. So we'll be right back with you both. I love how you even get pictures in our private chat on the local side of things. So if you want to be a part of that, tell them how to do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, first of all, please go ahead, subscribe, share out. If you like this episode, of course, sharing out Lindsay and Ben's websites for their music, amazing stuff. So go ahead and share it out. And then you can, become a supporter in Locals, and you can join us there for the extended conversation that we're going to have. But really looking forward to Saturday. Thank you to Whistle Stop, all of our sponsors. So let's actually list them off. So Let Alberta Decide. Oh no, Let's Talk Alberta first. Well, our main sponsor. Thank you very much. Let Alberta Decide. Pathway to Independence. Alberta Women for Independence, and Cool Stuff Wholesale. Thank you very much. And of course, you'll be able to get food from Whistle Stop Cafe, and then T-Bones from Drayton Valley. Their food truck is going to be coming down as well. Amazing food there as well that they offer. So they're great.
They're a butcher and a food truck.
Yeah, they turn their hamburgers come from all the offcuts from their sirloin and stuff, and it's just delicious, and they have a great brisket as well. So
and many other vendors will be there, and some more information. You pick up a sign. You can help paint everything blue. There'll be plenty of flags and things like that to pick up as well. But come and enjoy yourself. Bring your own chair, bring your own family, and let's have a nice sunny afternoon together.
Yeah, so everyone, there'll be no show tomorrow, but looking forward to giving you the rundown on Monday, but hopefully looking forward to seeing you there on Saturday. And you're actually doing a stream with Nico tonight as well.
Yeah, we should be doing something tonight, so check in on that one. I'm here, I'm available, and Nico's also awesome for that. So tonight with Nico. And then next week, we have a lot of first-time guests for the show coming on. One important one is going to be Dean MP.
Yes.
So sitting MP, Dean Allison will be on with Sean Buckley as we talk about the Allison Inquiry, and get ready for that because I'll be heading there in September.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, have a great weekend as well. Hopefully see you Saturday, but see you online Monday.
Everybody take care of each other. That's the Albertan way. Go put up a sign if you haven't done so already. Fly that flag proud. And no matter what Gail McGowan says, it's a beautiful flag and you should fly it. Take care of each other. Love you all very much, and God bless.